My name is Robin Holmes. I'm the Assistant Executive Director of John Howard Society of Kingston and District. I oversee the Leeds Grenville programming, including the justice, housing, and youth supports.
My name is Mackenzie Durant, and I'm a youth housing support worker in the Brockville area for Connect Youth.
My name is Jeremy Conway. I'm a co-vocational pastor, but I'm with John Howard Society as an outreach worker.
John Howard Society originally existed for the purposes of advocating for better care for individuals who are incarcerated. However, since inception, the services of John Howard have expanded immensely. So here in Ontario, we have many affiliate offices across the province. Each affiliate office offers unique programming. Our programming in Kingston and Leeds and Grenville focuses on effective, just, and humane responses to crime and its causes. So that programming focuses on ensuring that individuals are connected to supports in their community. Hopefully individuals are avoiding initial contact with the criminal justice system, or that we're able to reduce further contact. Recidivism lowers with involvement with our programming. And at our office here, what we focus on is local responses to crime and its causes. So our services here with our youth and housing and justice programming really focuses on the rural needs of a community in Eastern Ontario and what we need here to ensure that individuals are supported and that they don't become involved or further involved with the criminal justice system.
The John Howard Society office here in Leeds and Grenville is at 125 Stewart Boulevard, Unit 15. Connect Youth also has two smaller offices. One is out of Prescott, South Grenville High School in Prescott, and our second office is out of Kempville.
So if someone comes into the Brockville office, they can, when they come in, there is clothing available for them. There may be some food, some snacks, some drinks, Gatorade, water. And then when they come into the office, they can meet with who, maybe they're there to meet with someone specific. So it could be the bail program, it could be justice involved housing, it could be to see myself and my coworker Sarah for outreach needs. Anything else I'm missing?
I think the unique thing about our office is that whatever you need, we will find a way to make that happen for you. We're really fortunate that we get to be creative in our job. So we do have individuals coming in who need the basic needs. They need the food, clothing, hygiene. They need referrals to community supports. We also have individuals come in and they need paperwork completed because they're trying to find housing or obtain identification. And we can help with the full spectrum of supports for individuals. And our system navigation piece and our collaborative piece with our community partners is really what's vital for our program's success. So we work so closely with agencies in various different sectors, whether it be education or justice or child welfare, that if there's a support that an individual needs, we might not be the agency that provides it, but we know who does, and we can get you connected with them and facilitate those collaborative responses so that we're all, as a community and as partners, supporting the clients in the same way. Connect Youth has existed since 2001 in Leeds and Grenville. It was established as the response to a suicide of a young man at South Grenville High School. It was established as a very grassroots community response to a tragic incident. So a group of concerned members of that community came together, wanted to ensure that young people never felt like they had nowhere to turn, that they always felt supported and cared for and that their needs were met, and that they had opportunities available to them. So that program has existed since, like I said, since 2001, and it has expanded exponentially. The demand for the service was so beyond what the individual committee members imagined that it started as an individual working out of a small closet-like office at South Grenville and grew to an agency providing a full spectrum of service. What that meant was that the demand was such that we needed an increased support for staff, increased resources in terms of administration and funding, and in order to sustain the programs, we needed some stronger backing to do that. So Connect Youth started to look at what agencies we could potentially join forces with to become part of a larger entity that would really allow us to continue offering the core rural focused programming that Leeds and Grenville needs, but also have the strength and the backing for administrative rigor. So we partnered with the John Howard Society and pursued a joint merger. What that meant was that both of the boards of directors were fully involved and on board in pursuing this merger, and we really worked collaboratively with both agencies pursuing this together. That merger, which we originally anticipated would take a few months, ended up taking about 18 to make sure that everything was really done in a way that would allow for our services to continue operating in a way that our clients needed. And now, being a part of the John Howard Society means that Connect Youth will continue to offer the programming that we've been known for the past more than 20 years, but now we have really good supports for our staff like Mackenzie and Jeremy. We have increased administration supports from our Head Kingston office, and more importantly for me, I think, is we have the backing of a provincial body with John Howard Ontario that really focuses on research and policy and advocacy at various levels of government to make sure that we can keep doing the work that we're doing, and doing it in a way that's responsive to the needs of each community, and doing it in a way that our staff feel supported in doing. So that's how we came together, and I think the future is pretty bright for us now that we're all under one roof.
So as an outreach worker, I think we've said that my partner and I, Sarah, we service about 50-ish people on a regular basis. So that is checking in on them, where was their last known go-to spot, what did they need? Did they need like immediate service? Do they need referrals? Then on the by names list, we have many, many more names that would be officially homeless. But then there's others as well, which maybe one of you want to touch on.
I think it comes with the perspective of, even if they are experiencing homelessness, a lot of our clients don't identify as experiencing homelessness. So a lot of our youth might have a couch to sleep on at night, but it might not be in their own home, but they see it as a place to stay, and to them it is a home, so they don't say that they're experiencing homelessness. And we see that a lot, and I'm sure Jeremy sees that with adults also.
And I think one of the numbers that was really alarming to me this year was our core youth program, which is the one based out of South Grenville High School. That's our longest running program. One of the supports that's provided daily during the school days at that program is lunch supports. And we have a fantastic staff there, Danielle, who provides warm meals every day for students. She's so creative and dynamic in her meal solutions, and it's not unlikely that Danielle would prepare a full taco bar or a turkey dinner for lunch for students. And one of our last months of the last school year, we served over 2,000 meals for students in 1 month at South Grenville High School. So those are students who, without our programming, might not have a hot meal that day. A lot of them have said that they wouldn't necessarily come to school if Connect Youth wasn't providing a meal. And some, even if they attend for the meal, the real benefit for them is the social interaction and the engagement with pro-social adults and positive peers and having a safe place in the school for them to go. So we're so thankful for our partnership with South Grenville High School and the Upper Canada School Board, and just allowing for us to continue that work, because that's where we started.
So outreach work is really meeting people where they're at. So if they are on the street, if they are tenting at an encampment back in the woods, if they are accessing other services in town, we go out to meet them and meet them where they're at. So when maybe that's bringing liquid, beverages to keep them hydrated, or it's food. It can also be making sure that they're accessing the services that are available to them. Do they know that there is an official by names list for people who are experiencing homelessness? Are they on that list? Do they know about the food bank? Do they know about Loaves and Fishes? Do they know about other programs that are available to them? Because often if someone becomes homeless overnight, which I have seen happen, they don't know where to turn, and they're very much hopeless in a way. And so outreach workers are there to support.
I think the first thing to consider is the fact that you care is the biggest starting point. The fact that you're even curious enough to learn about our service, to learn about what leads people to be homeless, what is the root causes behind that, learn about why people are involved in the justice system, and how being an offender, being a victim, they're not mutually exclusive. We see both. We see lots of people with significant trauma, which is why we operate from a trauma-informed perspective. So the fact that anybody is even sitting here and being curious, that means the world to us, that you're even able to start that walk down that road. And for us, I think anybody who wants to get involved, send us an email, send us a text, pick up the phone, follow us on social media, and ask questions. And we have both. We have Facebook, we have Instagram. We share our stories and what we have going on in the community. And well, you can attend our office and drop off items if you like. If you have things that you're getting rid of from your own home, or things that you're able to maybe pick up and drop off in terms of basic needs items, we always need clothing and seasonal items like hats and mitts and things like lip balm and nail clippers for personal hygiene. Those items are fantastic. But if you're not able to do that, or would like to help in a different way, some individuals prefer to donate monetary support to us, which is fantastic. That does not have to be significant amounts of money. Every dollar counts in providing supports for individuals in our community. A couple dollars could be a hot meal for somebody that Jeremy's interacting with who's experiencing homelessness. It could be a week of meals for our school program, or some supports for Mackenzie and her team to offer life skills education for young people. So you can start small, because when a bunch of individuals come together with big hearts, even those small supports make such a big impact. And that's really what means the world to us. So curiosity is a big thing, and we love it. And if you'd like to come out and even volunteer your time, stop by our office or give us a phone call. We always have ways that people can volunteer with our special events. You can come out with our team and have a fantastic time. We have a blast working together. So you can come out and do some really impactful work and have a really good time doing it. And we would love to have anybody come out and spend some time with us and make a difference locally.
So Robin touched on some tangible things that we can do, but I think there's some intangible things we can do as well. So empathy goes a long, long way. Trying to put yourself in the shoes of another who's experiencing homelessness, because it could happen to any one of us, and I've seen it happen to people that would never have thought they'd end up in the streets or at the shelter, and they're there. And so just having that empathy and understanding, and as an identifying Christian, as a person who practices the way of Jesus, we look at every single person and say, child of God. And so that's our first step in identifying this issue, is that these are not just fill in the blank people. These are children of God that we are called to care for and love. So there is the empathy, and there is just the understanding and willing to maybe cross some barriers. Yeah, it might not always be safe, but I don't think we're always called to safe. There's things that we can do that show radical love and hospitality and generosity to people who are really, really struggling.
I think the conversation about people experiencing homelessness can it can make people feel uncomfortable, just because they don't know and they don't understand, and that's okay, because as long as they're curious and they're open to learning. But even if you don't want to be face-to-face with the people experiencing homelessness, helping out can be as easy as, like Robin said, dropping off snacks, non-perishable food items. We see a lot of need for blankets and bedding and pillows, and even like the feet warmers as we're coming into the colder months, boots, and just anything you kind of use in your daily day, they also need. And we always love the support of having people help us out with that.